हेलो। सो आज का टॉपिक है प्रीकास्ट। प्रीकास्ट टेक्नोलॉजी लोगों को लगता है कि इट्स अ वेरी नॉवल एंड न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी, बट ऑनेस्टली दैट्स नॉट द केस। तो एक नॉर्मल कंस्ट्रक्शन और एक प्रीकास्ट कंस्ट्रक्शन में द ओनली डिफरेंस इज वेयर एग्जैक्टली यू आर पुटिंग द कंक्रीट आउट। सो अगर आप रीसेंट कंक्रीट कंस्ट्रक्शंस देखोगे, अगर आपने नॉर्मल बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन देखा होगा, सो आपने देखा होगा कि आपका कंस्ट्रक्शन साइट पे यूजुअली हम लोग कंक्रीट प्लेस करते हैं। उस टाइप की कंस्ट्रक्शन का बोलते हैं कास्ट इन सिटू कंस्ट्रक्शन। बट प्रीकास्ट कंस्ट्रक्शन में क्या होता है कि यू एक्चुअली हैव अ फैक्ट्री वेर यू मेक योर एलिमेंट्स क्या होंगे अभी। तो एक बिल्डिंग के एलिमेंट्स होते हैं कि एक कॉलम हो सकता है, देन देयर इज अ स्लैब, देन देयर इज अ बीम। सो व्हाट एसेंशियली मेक्स अ बिल्डिंग, एंड देन आप उसको फैक्ट्री में बना रहे हो, and you get that transported to your construction site, and all you have to do is assemble it over there. Essentially that's the core difference between what a cast in situ construction is and what precast construction is. Now there's a very interesting history behind this. So it's not कि मतलब ये रिसेंट इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन के बाद ही ये फेमस हुआ है, ऐसा नहीं है। इवन रोमन टाइम्स में भी वी यूज टू मेक मोल्ड्स ओवर देयर, जिसके अंदर, अब उस समय मॉडर्न कंक्रीट नहीं था, उस समय लाइमस्टोन एंड वोल्केनिक ऐश से वो लोग कंक्रीट बनाते थे, एंड उसको मिक्स करके दे यूज टू प्रिजर्व इट इन अ मोल्ड, एंड देन जैसे ही वो सेट हो जाता था, दे यूज टू ब्रिंग इट ऑन साइट। It's it's very straightforward what exactly precast means. Pre and cast. So you just cast your concrete before you bring it to the construction site. It's as simple as that. But recent, अगर अगर आपको इसकी इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन के बाद इसकी हिस्ट्री जाननी है, so it was pioneered by a British civil engineer by the name of John Alexander Brodie. And just for a trivia, you know, this is very interesting. He was the person responsible for inventing the football goal net. So I will drop a link in the description below. You just read about that's a very interesting history of how John Alexander Brodie came up with that solution. So yeah, moving on to the how exactly precast started in Britain. So there was a huge housing shortage, and जो उस समय के कंस्ट्रक्शन मेथड्स थे, अभी हमारे पास इतने स्ट्रॉन्ग मैकेनिकल इक्विपमेंट्स नहीं थे उस समय जब आज है हमारे पास। जैसे अभी हमारे एक्सकवेटर्स हो गए, अर्थ मूवर्स हो गए, वो बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग और काफ़ी हद तक हमारा काम इजी करते हैं। बट उस समय ऐसा नहीं था। वो उस समय मोस्टली लेबर फोर्स पे ज़्यादा डिपेंडेंट थे, एंड एक लेबर की प्रोडक्टिविटी एक लिमिट तक होती है, यू कैन नॉट एक्सटेंड बियॉन्ड दैट, एंड आपके रिसोर्सेज भी एट दैट टाइम आर प्रीटी लिमिटेड. So in that time, John Alexander Brody, he pioneered the use of prefab tenements, like prefab camps kind of उनने बनाया, and छोटे छोटे houses थे, and then he made it in Britain so that he could solve the housing shortage. But I mean, अब उस समय की politics ऐसा था कि I mean, the idea was good, idea and innovative, but politics tha, and then the situation was not that good at that time because of you know आपका world war का ऐसा situation था, and there were many other reasons. But yeah, that is where it exactly began, and then it moved on from Britain to Scandinavian countries where they actually successfully implemented that, and then slowly it moved to the land of immigrants, that is America. And America may they founded the National Concrete Precast Association. It's something like that. National Precast Concrete Association. Yeah, NPC. It's a very big a precast organization, and that is where they started like innovating in the precast technology. Concrete के साथ उन लोगों ने आपका experiment किया, and then to make precast the dominant type of construction. but it has its own challenges and it has its own shortcomings despite of all the benefits that it gives. कोई भी टेक्नोलॉजी होता है सबके साथ कुछ ना कुछ प्रोज एंड कॉन्स होते ही हैं. So I mean, let's before jumping on to the cons, let's move on to why precast, exactly why precast is and where exactly it is being used. So one of the most let's say one of the most prevalent use of precast is you can see it in metros. So आपने अगर जो मेट्रो के अपने कॉलम्स देखे होंगे एंड डेक्स देखे होंगे जिसके ऊपर आपका जो मेट्रो जो आपका स्टॉक रोलिंग स्टॉक होता है. सो रोलिंग स्टॉक इज अ टेक्निकल टर्म फॉर योर ट्रेन. ट्रेन का जो डब्बा होता है दैट इज द टेक्निकल टर्म फॉर दैट्स द रोलिंग स्टॉक. सो आपका जो रोलिंग स्टॉक होता है इट मूव्स ऑन अ पर्टिकुलर डेक जिसको हम बोलते हैं कि एक ब्रिज जैसा होता है, सेक्शंस में होता है. सो आप कभी भी कोई मेट्रो का ब्रिज देखेंगे सो इट इज नॉट वन मोनोलिथिक स्ट्रक्चर. इट इज मेड अप ऑफ वेरियस स्मॉल components, let's say. तो वो एक component it is actually made it in a factory and that is वो आप एक component को आप एक factory में बनाते हो and then multiple आप वैसे ही components को जोड़ के आप एक पूरा एक structure बनाते हो. So essentially let's say precast is as good as Lego works. So Lego or precast में there's not much of a difference. It's just the same thing. And यही precast का आप बोलते हैं ना कि benefit आता है. So the biggest advantage that precast can give you is time saving. Time saving in the sense एक opportunity cost है जो आप save कर सकते हो. So let me just give an example of how that can be help. So in a very real project I'm talking about. So मैं ऐसा कोई आपको hypothetical example नहीं दूंगा. This is a very real example. अभी एक मॉल ले लो आप. अगर आपको एक मॉल एक बिल्कुल सिटी सेंटर में आज के टाइम पे बनाना है जहां पर रोड्स आपकी बहुत छोटी होती है, जहां ट्रैफिक आपका कांस्टेंट ट्रैफिक रहता है, आप ट्रैफिक को रोक नहीं सकते. एंड प्लस इफ यू आर इन अ सिटी सेंटर you have to also deal with the regulations over there जहाँ पर आपको डस्ट कंट्रोल रखना पड़ता है एंड देन वहाँ पर आप कंस्ट्रक्शन डेब्री को कहीं भी नहीं फेंक सकते. सो इन दैट सिचुएशन वेयर द साइट हैज टू बी वेरी क्लीन, योर साइट हैज टू बी it should be as per the regulations and where construction in general is extremely difficult, जहाँ पर हम सारा मटेरियल लेके आकर हम कंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं कर सकते. At that place precast is very beneficial, but I'm not and that's not the point I want to make. The point that I want to make is आपका जब भी कोई मॉल बन रहा है usually it takes around 4 to let's say 5 years. Let's say अगर आपका कोई अगर आप मुंबई में रहते हो so in orbit जैसा अगर आपको कोई मॉल बनाना है तो easily आपको कम से कम 4 से 5 साल लग सकते हैं, that too with a good contractor. बट यही अगर आपने उसको प्रीकास्ट में बनाया, सो देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी डिपेंडिंग ऑन द कॉन्ट्रैक्टर दैट यू हैव, देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी टू कंप्लीट दैट पर्टिकुलर वर्क विद इन 2 years also. But that's a very optimistic situation, but yes, within 2 or 3 years you will be able to complete that mall project. So where exactly is the benefit? So benefit is that extra 1 year of operation that you get. If you would have gone with a normal contractor who would have done this particular work in let's say cast in situ, वहां पर उस आदमी को 4 साल लगता. यही अगर आप प्रीकास्ट से करते आप 3 साल में कर रहे हो तो आपको 1 साल का एक एक्स्ट्रा ऑपरेशन बेनिफिट मिल रहा है आपको. एंड दैट इज द वैल्यू प्रपोजिशन दैट precast gives compared to the general cast in situ type of construction. बट एक ओके आपको लग रहा होगा कि यस ऑपरेशन बेनिफिट्स एंड ये सब है, बट देयर आर some challenges to that as well. So one of the biggest challenges that precast has is, let's say, regarding transportation. So that is what I have observed Is transportation is one of the biggest challenge, and in fact it's one of the biggest cost components as well. So let's say अगर मेरे को precast को cost के इसमें बांटना हो, so there are three phases to precast. So let's say it can be divided into production. That is the phase where you're making your elements. Second phase is transporting those elements from the place of your creation, that is the factory, to your site. Okay, that's the second phase. And the third phase is your assembly. So erection and assembly, and let's say finishes as well. So I mean you can combine these three into one. So एक बार आपका element site पे पहुंच गया, अब वहां पर आपको उसको erect करके you have to assemble it and then you have to finish it. So I mean it's not as straightforward as it sounds like. So अगर मैं इसे cost components में बांटूं, I mean I cannot give you exact percentages, but logistics can be as high, if not more, than erection and assembly. I mean, usually it's not more than that, but logistics is a very huge component in as far as precast construction is concerned. So, अगर आप इसको phases में बांटो, तो अभी production में factory conditions के अंदर you have like what exactly is a factory, like a precast factory दिखता कैसे है. So if you just move into a precast factory, so it's basically like any manufacturing facility. It doesn't look like any construction facility at all. So आप construction facility में जाओगे, so there's a little disorder, there's a little flexibility कि आप how to do things, but in a precast factory, that is quintessentially a manufacturing setting. At that place you're going to see order, you're going to see production, let's say techniques that are involved in getting that the all famous what was the term for that, Six Sigma, right. So the manufacturing techniques such as lean management and Six Sigma, that is these are the things that are usually you don't hear in construction sites at all. अगर आपने सुना हो, so like you are working in a very good construction site, but usually that's not the case in any normal construction, any construction scenario. But in a precast manufacturing factory, that is very important, because you are churning out products, you are churning out finished goods, and these are the techniques that help you to optimize your input and output as well, because these are very important things. So अगर आप एक precast factory को देखोगे, so it is usually divided into, let's say it's divided into three major parts, if I were to say. First part is where your material is being made. So precast usually, अभी हम precast बोलते हैं, so it means concrete construction. It does not mean any other construction. But this is where I would like to limit myself, because precast is not limited to concrete alone. That is why I wouldn't say that precast, like, it directly implies concrete construction. That's not the case. ऐसा नहीं होता. Wood का भी कर सकते हो, and there are a lot of things. So, but precast हम जब general sense में बात करें, it means concrete construction. So precast concrete construction आपका अगर है आपका, तो definitely batching plant will be the one major equipment that will be there in your factory. So batching plant आपका एक portion हो गया where you actually create the concrete. Second portion is where you are actually making your molds. So जो production facility होता है, तो जहाँ पर आप molds बना रहे हैं, तो molds meaning mold is nothing like let's say अगर आप ice बना रहे हो, okay, so what you do, आप पानी डालते हो एक tray के अंदर, ice tray के अंदर, and then you keep it into freezer, into your freezer, and then when you remove it out from the freezer after a long time, वो ice बन जाता है. But you have that mold, वो बेसिक जो आपका एक ट्रे रहता है जिसको आपको शेप देना है, जैसे कि वाटर को आपने एक शेप देने का है आइस में, बट वो शेप कैसा होना चाहिए. सो दैट इज वेयर एग्जैक्टली दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ मोल्ड, which the technical term for that is form work. So अभी आपको concrete है मेरे पास, but concrete is nothing more than a, it's basically a lump of mud and stones. It's nothing else. तो आपको उसको अगर एक shape देने का है, so you have to create a form. तो अगर मेरे को रेक्टाइल उसको क्यूबॉइड शेप देने का है, या क्यूब शेप देने का है, या सिलेंडर शेप देने का है, so it depends on the kind of form that I want and kind of architectural element that I have to make, depending on the designs that we have. So वहाँ पर वो concrete आपके batching plant से उस production facility में आता है, where your formworks are made. They put the concrete in that particular formwork, and then after some time, depending on the concrete setting time, I mean, I don't want to disclose anything, but usually, let's say the range can be between 20 to 40 hours, but it depends on the type of concrete that you are using. So I'll come to that later in the session. So once you have made your concrete, once you have made your particular element, now that is where you transport it to your stockyard. So that is the third important place in your precast factory, the stockyard. Now, usually, you know, a precast factory has huge overheads. So, I mean, if I were to explain overheads, it's a fixed component of the cost that you are going to incur in, in producing a precast building. So let's say any cost has two components. It can be either a fixed cost or it can be a variable cost. Got it? So this variable cost can depend on site to site. But to run a precast factory, there are certain costs that you have to incur, irrespective of the project. Electricity cost हो गया, labor cost हो गया. These are fixed costs. You have to give them. अगर आपका project run कर रहा हो, नहीं कर रहा हो, that is irrelevant. तो आपका जो ओवरहेड कॉस्ट होता है या प्री फैक्ट्री कॉस्ट होता है, दैट्स अ ह्यूज कंपोनेंट. सो आपके बहुत सारे एलिमेंट्स जो होते हैं, दे हैव टू बी प्रिपेयर्ड वे बिफोर दे आर बीइंग सेंट ऑन साइट. नाउ व्हाट्स द लॉजिक बिहाइंड दैट. सो ऐसा तो नहीं है कि मैं स्टॉक यार्ड में रखूंगा तो पैसे तो मेरे को नहीं मिलने वाले कि जब तक बिल्डिंग नहीं बनेगा. So like if you read a precast contract, like usually if you read a precast payment terms, it is divided in such a manner that you get paid for creation of that particular element in the factory itself. So necessary नहीं है कि बिल्डिंग बन गया तब जाके पेमेंट मिलेगा, ऐसा नहीं होता. आपका अगर वो पर्टिकुलर एलिमेंट बन गया है उस आपके फैक्ट्री के अंदर, एंड देन आपने उसको स्टॉक यार्ड में रखा, उसके लिए आपको पैसा मिलता है. सो दैट इज व्हाई यू हैव टू क्रिएट अ गुड इन्वेंटरी ऑफ concrete products that you're going to send over to your site, so that आपका एक कैश फ्लो भी बना रहे. एंड देन इट्स अ जनरल गुड प्रैक्टिस कि अगर आपको ऐसा अपने साइट पे भी आपको डिलेज नहीं करने हैं. जैसे ही आपको एलिमेंट्स मिलता है, keep moving the site, as it is pretty much required by any construction company to keep moving the site में delay नहीं होना चाहिए. Every delay on a site is a huge cost to the construction company. So that is why people have to, they have to be pushed to complete that particular site, and so that there are no complaints at all. You create a good inventory of your concrete product so that at any point of time कि सपोज अगर आपके साइट इंचार्ज ने बोला कि प्लीज कीप सेंडिंग द प्रोडक्ट सो दैट आई कैन I can complete this work with before time schedule. So in those situations, even production has to be a step forward. So I mean, yeah, that's the logic of having a stockyard. And concrete is, it's not a it's not a fragile product, so as to say, because I mean, like, you can see a living example in Pantheon. It's made of concrete. and it is still standing, right? But you know, अभी हम लोग जब कंक्रीट मैं जब कंक्रीट बोल रहा हूँ, so again again this is a technical term that मैं कंक्रीट एक मैं प्लेन पीक मतलब प्लेन कंक्रीट बोलते हैं ना कि सिर्फ कंक्रीट, मैं वो नहीं बोल रहा हूँ। तो एक अभी यूजुअली जो हमारा बिल्डिंग साइंस है, इट जो हमारे बिल्डिंग साइंस है वो इट हाईली डिपेंड्स ऑन आरसीसी, दैट इज रेनफोर्स्ड कंक्रीट सीमेंट, जिसके अंदर आप यू कंबाइन द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ कंक्रीट with the benefits of steel, and that steel actually overcomes uh, the weakness that concrete has. So I mean, I would like everyone to just guess what that weakness is and let me know in the comment section. So that there's a weakness with the concrete, and how steel overcomes that. Let's have a guess on that. But it does. So how it does that, I leave that up to you. So अभी जो हमारा आरसीसी होता है, मैं मतलब यूजुअली मैं आरसीसी के पे ही बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ जब मैं प्रीकास्ट कंक्रीट बोल रहा हूँ। इट मींस आरसीसी। तो आपका प्रोडक्ट बन गया एंड वंस इट इज ऑन साइट, आप कीप ऑन बिल्डिंग अपॉन दैट। नाउ द इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग इज, अगर आपने लाइक let me just give you context of what our scriptures say. तो अगर किसी ने शिल्प शास्त्र पढ़ा होगा, so that is the ancient I mean that's the Indian text of, let's say, architecture and building science. तो किसी ने, it's not exactly building science, I would say. It's more about art and, let's say, temple making mostly. उस समय हम जब buildings बोलते थे, it directly means temples. So temples हमारे जो बनते थे, they, like, the recommendation was to make it a monolithic structure. Now, if anyone has any idea about largest monolithic structure in India, leave it down in the comment section. But let's say there is the largest monolithic structure, monolithic temple. If I were to say, yeah, that would be the correct terminology that exists in India. So guess that as well. So the idea is to have a monolithic structure. Now, why to have a monolithic structure is because a monolithic structure is at any time stronger than a structure that has multiple materials. And now, why? Why is that a situation like that? Ki monolithic is stronger than multiple element, multiple material structure. तो जो load distribution होता है, I mean, there are many reasons. It's not that there's one silver bullet to anything, but there are two reasons that come to my mind, and that what I have read about is, the first reason is that the load transfer from one material to another material of the same uh, characteristic in nature, basically the same material, it is much smoother, or it's much efficient, I guess, compared to two materials of different kinds. So that's one reason. Second is the difference in expansion and contraction qualities of material. अभी अगर एक material होगा, so it will expand and contract. So in a layman terms, let's say a material breathing. So that material breathes in a very uniform manner. So it expands and contracts at the same time. But if you have two materials together, which have different breathing rate, which has different expansion and contraction qualities, so a tension create hoga between these two materials, which breathes at a different rate, and that actually weakens a material, weakens the whole structure. So that's why आपका एक multiple material structure is usually weaker than हमारा normal monolithic structure. But it's not to say that precast is weak in any sense. Not at all. Precast is actually used, and precast concrete is actually used in one of the most heavy engineering sectors of construction. I mean, if you have to make a metro rail, it's that's heavy. Yeah, that's heavy engineering. Even आपके जो sea bridges होते हैं, उसके जो decks बनते हैं, they are precast. They are not made on site. So that is one thing. So these are not simple, construction. So they are not weak from any meaning of the word, not at all. They are very strong products. But अभी जो मेरे precast building बन रहा है, so अभी मेरे suppose this is one wall that I have made. Okay, now I have to make another wall. So I'll erect this particular wall over this wall like this. So the obvious question is how you would fill these gaps. I mean, there will be gaps. Okay. So how are you supposed to fill these gaps? So usually क्या होता है कि हमारा जो precast के products होते हैं, they have this, how should I explain this? So there are these gaps that you have. So so suppose this is your wall. Okay. Suppose this is your wall, and then you have some gap over here. There's a little gap over here, and another wall comes over like this, and there is a gap over here, and you get to fill a grout. So grout is nothing but a liquid which is extremely strong. So एक आप उस ऐसे दो walls को रखोगे, and then you fill it with a grout to cover the space. Okay, and there are steel reinforcements that connects these two walls in a claw-like fashion. So if I were to say, like, suppose this is one wall, this is second wall, your steel goes inside like this, okay, and this area is completely filled with grout. So that is how the connections are made between two precast materials, and this grout has to be stronger than the material, the strength of these two particular walls. So grout has to be extremely strong. ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं तो क्या होगा कि जो वीक सेक्शन होगा ना, अभी whenever there's a, let's say, earthquake, okay, whenever there's an extra load on a particular structure, it always breaks on its weakest section. So there's this saying that a structure is as good as its weakest link. That is extremely, that's the ultimate truth about precast. So you have to strengthen your connections so as to make a good precast product. So that is extremely important over there. Now moving on from the important structures that we have in India. So I mean, I have worked in a precast factory, so I know that like कि किधर क्या use हमने देखा है. So one of the good examples that comes to my mind is Infosys building that we made in, I mean, few years back, almost 1 year back, I guess. Yeah, I don't remember, but almost a year back we happened to make a precast office. That's a huge office in Bangalore. So that was totally made in precast. So your columns, your beams, your slabs. Oh yes, so I just forgot to mention that foundation is never made in precast. There's no concept of foundation being in precast. There's nothing like that. Precast means you are making your elements that are above foundation. For making a foundation, you have to, everything that is made about anything about the foundation, it has to be made on site. Nothing is made in the factory as far as foundation is concerned. Foundation आपने उधर बनाया, and you give your anchors over there, and over those anchors आपके columns आएंगे, then आपका beam आएगा, then you put your slab, and then again you keep your walls, then your beam, slab, keeps on repeating, and then your building comes into fruition. So one of the examples is, I mean, Infosys office that we have made in Bangalore. The other examples that I can think of, some warehouses in Pune as well, and uh, you know, in precast is extremely famous in Middle East countries. It's extremely famous. So there's this huge project going on in Saudi Arabia. It's a housing project where all the houses are made in precast. Now, the idea behind that is because the Saudi government wants to complete that work in as little time as possible. And various companies were given the challenge to complete one house in 48 hours. So that was the 48 hours challenge, I believe. And our company was like the company that I used to work for. It actually successfully completed that work, and it got awarded that project. And right now they are making those houses in Saudi Arabia. So I mean, precast is pretty beneficial, and you know it can the precast. The idea behind precast was always to expedite your schedule. And even if you see the example of John Alexander Brody, sorry. So he wanted it for the purpose of solving the housing shortage. That was the idea behind precast, and that is exactly what's being emulated in Saudi Arabia as well. And this is what is being also done at a very small scale in India also. But still, there are some regulation issues, or sometimes, usually, it's hesitancy on the part of developers to adopt it. And second thing is the cost aspect of it. So precast is not a very, let's say, cost effective. So if I were to bid for making a normal building and my competitors are cast in situ producers, I will never win against them as far as cost is concerned. So the only benefit that I can give them is the on schedule or before schedule completion, and the opportunity benefits, and the benefits that they can reap because of early completion. That's the only proposition a precast can give. And if a precast company fails on those proposition, I mean, there's no logic at all for anyone to adopt precast technology. It makes absolute no sense. So I mean, yeah. So precast. So to sum it up all, precast has its benefits in time saving. It has its cons in logistics and its cost aspect, like any other technology. But that is where we as engineers have to pitch in and optimize this whole technology. Definitely precast will face enormous challenge from the 3D construction scenario that is happening recently. But I believe precast is here to stay for a very long run. So let me know if you have any other doubts, and I'll be happy to take over. So yeah, have a nice day. Thank you.